Then we all got together in Wellington for the annual awards.
We did indeed. Hosted and emceed by none other than yourself, Stephen McIver. It was a great night at the Takina Convention Centre. Even had a little visit from the Mayor of Wellington, Andrew Little, which is always nice to see politicians coming along and engaging with the sport and recognising a bunch of very, very deserving champions across the full range of motorsport, and some very special people too who have contributed quite a lot to the sport over the years. Stephen, what was your highlight from the evening?
The highlight? Gosh, that's a good one. Actually, I think the highlight was actually our guest who's coming up shortly, Matt Payne, winning the Jim Clark Trophy, sort of basically the MVP of the last calendar year. And I thought his speech was off the chain.
It was a great speech. So let me quickly run through all of our special award winners throughout the night outside of our champions. So Wayne Scott, he received a special award. Most people will know Wayne. He's a pretty distinguished official. He actually came out of retirement over the last sort of 18 months to be the interim CEO of MotorSport New Zealand, delivered some exceptional leadership and headlined, I guess, the financial turnaround of the organisation and positioned it for growth going into the future, which is pretty cool, and I think something that the sport will be thankful for quite a long time. Certainly my generation will be. And our colleague, Stephen Joe Lurie, he received a citation award for his all of his efforts and contributions in the broadcast and media space over the last sort of at least 15 years. So it was great to see Joe getting the recognition he deserves. We also had 4 Distinguished Service Award winners. The first of that being Stu Andrews, is a very distinguished technical official. He is the technical delegate for the CT Frot Series and also the New Zealand Rally Championship at the moment. Brian Hamilton, stalwart of the Taupo Car Club and GTRNZ, and also a gold clerk of the course. He received a DSA, as did Gary Lathrope. Gary, one of the big, passionate V8 class guys, managers, whatever you want to call it, in New Zealand, currently running TA2. He got a DSA, along with John and Janice Holmes, who have been there since day one, 50 years ago, of the Tacock Club up in Auckland. Huge contribution to historic and classic motorsport throughout the country, but particularly that club up in Auckland. And then one of everyone's favourite award, the Volunteer of the Year. That went to VJ Deda from Taupo Car Club. VJ does an exceptional job organising events, organising volunteers, and keeping things running very, very smoothly. He's a hell of a nice guy as well. Then we had a couple of more media awards. Taylor Burke, he took out both the Photographer of the Year and the Photo of the Year award. It's actually his 7th time winning the Photographer of the Year award, so that is a pretty incredible achievement for Taylor. And then Scrambler, they took out the Video Content of the Year award for their Project 50 video that they did with Hayden Padden. And Andy Crew and Toyota Gazoo Race New Zealand, they took out the Best Use of Digital Media award for their exceptional work in promoting and publicising their championships across the digital media platforms, be that social media, YouTube, and photography, video, all of those things. And then, of course, we have the big ones, the big 4, and Anna Collins, who, of course, is going to be on the show. She took out the LUP Trophy for achievements in historic racing over the last 12 months. Marco Manson, we mentioned his name a lot. He is a man on the move, and he took out the Steel Award for the best junior performance over the last 12 months. And then the Rally Founders Trophy. That goes essentially to our top rally competitors for the year. And Ben Hunt and Tony Ralston took that out after claiming their 4th NZRC title, certainly cementing them as one of the great all-time pairings in our sport in New Zealand. And, of course, Jim Clark Trophy, well, that went to Matthew Payne, who you mentioned is joining us on the show very, very shortly after his exceptional year in supercars, headlined by his Bathurst 1000 victory. So many very, very deserving winners there, Stephen. It was a great night of celebration. I know I certainly enjoyed myself, and congratulations to all those winners.
You know, Jordie, I'm actually going to change my mind just a little bit on my highlight of the night. I know I said Matt Payne, and it is a highlight, but I think the Canterbury Car Club winning the Club of the Year after all the work they've done in getting supercars to come and race there at Euromark Motorsport Park. So I'm going to give them, I think we both give them, a genuine golf clap. Also on the back of SVG, when he was asked a couple of weeks, or just this past week actually, what track was perfect for supercars, and he said, oh man, I just love the Canterbury Car Club. So let's just leave that at that.